Hi guys, so since we're not going to be able to have our meet on Thursday, I wanted to go ahead and come in and make a video that describes what exactly I would have said in our meet on Thursday. So let's get going. Your last task for this week is to write a short constructed response for the poem Gate A4, which we read on our meet on Tuesday. If you need a copy of the text, you just click here on bada boom bada bing. It's right there for your viewing and reading pleasure. So here's the question that's actually asked. In Gate A4, the author uses symbolism when discussing the Mamul cookies. Analyze and explain the significance of the Mamul cookies to the narrator and what the cookies represent. Use at least 2 pieces of text evidence to support your answer. So, your actual task, even though it doesn't have a question mark, because that's the way that we like to write questions, is not having a question mark, you are telling me what the cookies symbolize and explain what they represent to the narrator, okay? So you need 2 pieces of text evidence to prove your answer. And we're going to follow the same format that we've been really trying to practice, where you start with a topic sentence, you use a transition word or an evidence starter, drop your quote in, you explain it. And since you need 2 pieces of text evidence, after you have put your transition word in, your direct quote, and your explanation, you're going to do the same thing again a second time for your second piece of text evidence. Make sure you start with a topic sentence, end with a concluding sentence. After you read or after you write, that is when you are going to highlight the different parts of your argument, making sure that you have all of them. So here are the big tips and tricks that you need in order to be successful. And these are the things that I find myself saying the most when I look at your writing and when I look at my real life in person 7th grade students' writings. Do not use, for the love of all things, do not use I in your writing. Hold on, be right back. So, once upon a time, I taught 8th grade, and my students were still saying, I think this because in their writing. And it was like 11 o'clock at night, and oh my gosh, this is how I really felt. Because, stop saying, I think this because in your writing. Do you think it? You wrote it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Some of you are still doing it, and every time I see it, I'm like, same pace. I was just younger and thinner and just as sad. But anyway, please don't make me make this face. So stop saying I, you, or any pronouns in your writing, because obviously you think it, you wrote it. Duh. Okay? Make sure you start your text evidence with a text evidence starter. I gave you some examples right here. So y'all, here's how you earn your money on these multiple choice questions or short constructed response questions. You have to explain your text evidence. You have to explain it. If you just say this quote proves the cookies symbolize this, you didn't tell me how. You just told me that it did. Okay, so make sure you tell me how your quote explains it and proves it. Make sure you start your writing by stating the author's name, which is right here for you, and the text title. So you would say, in Gate A4, the Mamul cookies symbolize blank. That's your first sentence. So if you need to rewind that to copy that down, I would. Make sure, y'all, that you answer the question asked. The worst thing you can do on this writing is turn it into a summary. And that is what happened to your poor, unfortunate in-person classmates. Some of them just summarize this instead of answering the question, and then they get no credit, and then they all go home and just are devastated because they didn't answer the question that was asked. Don't be those kids. Okay, anyway, I look forward to kind of reading these after spring break, so go ahead and get them done. You guys message me if you have any questions. Good luck.